Hey there, Selective Collective. This is Kim with a message tonight, but it's I really don't know what to expect. I want to dive deep into figuring out what is going on. My heart goes out to anybody experiencing the fires right now in California. My heart goes out. Some of those videos are hard to watch. Important to watch, though, to see what's happening. And so I'm going to reach out to Spirit in this reading to get some answers. Not just about that. There's a lot of other things that have been going on. You all know this. We were told in my collective readings a couple of years ago that there would be more light and that darkness would fight. And man, I really just don't know. So I know that my dreams have been intensifying, and there's something crucial. I think I mentioned I saw what appeared to be two of the four horsemen in the book of, not just Revelations, there was other books that mentioned the four horsemen, and I saw two of them in my dream going down a pathway that I had to jump out of the way. Because I was noticed that one of them had fire, like angel wings, but they were on fire as they were riding on this horse. I knew to get out of the way. And the message came to me of two things being unleashed, or two horsemen being unleashed. I'm not one particular religion at all. I'm not into the whole, I think, whatever. It's my opinion, right? But I would consider myself not a religious person. So, but my dreams here lately have been exactly that. So strange. Well, let's get I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if we're going to be picked up by the messages, made to look at the bright side of everything that's going on, if there is, or if they're going to explain things. I'm not really sure. But the problem, it's not just this, it feels like what's happening to the U.S. People living in their cars. What is this? Why is it like this? And even worse than that, the people that don't have a car, that are homeless, where are they living? How are they eating? So it's a time where we should send our light out as much as we can. We're supposed to be probably feeling grief and sadness for the things that are occurring right before our eyes, but also, more importantly than ever, to be united through love. Because whatever these things are, they're big. These energies are big, and they're not happy. Okay, what do you want to tell us then? Against nature. Oh, and there's fire. Against nature. Is it, you know what, the first thing that's running through my mind is like, were we living, were we all living like we shouldn't be? Like, for a while, for a long time? Or what is this, an energy trying to put everything in a little box, like the way they want it? And now you have the forces of death and Mother Nature and all kinds of different things rebelling for what is against nature. And a lot of people are caught, like I see souls caught in a war ground, you know. Like, there's the innocent, caught, like the dream, like me being on this road, and I'm like, you know, if I hadn't turned around and looked in the dream and been like, oh shit, I need to get the fuck out of the way. Burning. God. This card is about burning away everything that's extra, that doesn't need to be there in our lives. That's what this usually means. Say you're living a life holding on to a shadow, trying to incorporate it into the way that you live. Trying to make it work, and then something comes into your life and says, nope, it all has to be burned away. Like something like that, like there's passion, there's desire in this card, but there is a goodness. I didn't know this reading was going to be like this intense for me. I'm sorry. The energy is almost making me like feel like I'm shaking inside. Look, when this card comes out, I always say we're being refined like silver. I always have a very similar message that there is a darkness that is being purged, taken out of your life in order to refine you like silver, in order to, I'm even getting the message to separate the wheat from the chaff, is that how you say it? I don't know where that's coming from. This represents the divine feminine energy. And it makes me feel like I'm in a field where there's all of this stuff going on that's not fun to look at, and it's not fun to be in the middle of, but yet it's part of some type of, because of the divine feminine, like what do you do? There's no action when you're right there experiencing this, because you're being refined like silver. And then we know, I mean, we know what the ash card is. It represents, in this deck, memories. Old memories. After the dust settles, after all is clear, then you rise. Yourself intact, but the things that were against nature didn't belong there. Forcefully taken away by some type of energy. Mercury. Communication. Having to move from one place to the next, travel. Associating something here with the emerald. So we have emerald, we have silver. Saying what no one else is saying, but everyone is thinking. The smoke. We have like every card in that deck that represents fire on it. What we don't see because of calamity is that we're getting to the earth's heart or the core. We're finding the rose, but having to go to a very dark place to find that rose. There is there is a hidden treasure in all of this. And I'm really getting that you're going to be protected through all of this stuff. Oh, the witness. The witness. The picture that I painted. The witness. Though you may have to be a witness. Maybe a first-hand witness to some things too, right? And being very careful with what I say, because I don't want to just do this and be like, this is my assumption or opinion. I want it to be expressed through the cards because they feel more comfortable that way. Because I too am someone who does not say what everybody is thinking, but I don't say. Lots of things that I don't say. And I'm not talking about withholding or being secretive. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just that these are sensitive times. Very. Okay, I'm going to pull from this deck to see what else they want to talk about from Etsy. This is the Oracle of Genetic Gifts. I don't know why I was kept knocking. It's like it's like a higher power has been knocking several times. Maybe knocking at our hearts. I have ascension number 3, air. Air. Something very significant about the air at this time. I'm not just focused on what is going on in California, by the way. I'm also focused on everything. Everything. What is going on in the air. What is coming through the air. So I'm going to read these cards a little bit different than I normally do. Portal Keeper, 3D to 5D Ascension Fulfillment. Telepathy, thought reading, extrasensory perception, ESP, are you picking up on what people all are thinking but not saying? Telepathy. That's an important message for you all that have been drawn to this video for whatever reason. Instagram platform, documenting photos, documenting. The Indigo Child, specifically the generation of 1988 to 1998 are coming out here. The spiritual arts, artist, designer, singer, sculptor is coming out. It says otherwise known as Rainbow Children. Soul number really wanted to come out, by the way. Number 9. Number 9. You're the year of the 9. Number 9. Ascension. for all, as well as some things that go up and out because of this shift. It says life path number 9. You don't have to be a life path number 9, but it's about Mars energy, so it's intense. It's intense. Life path number 5 is popping out too, the free spirit, ruling planet Mercury. So Mercury twice. But this soul number was very important. Seeing a reflection into your heart, figuring out in numerology what is listed as your soul number. Maybe you can figure out where some sort of passion lies for you. 3, 4, 5. Life. Oh, we have these life paths all over the place. Life path number 4, the builder, ruling planet Earth. Clear cognizance, clear knowing. It's kind of what I was picking up on with this telepathy and that Mercury card. Pendulum reader, scrying, rune casting, and dowsing. And the dark night of the soul. This is a path of initiation. The challenges, the struggle with awakening. And there's something about that knock, like a knock. Let's use the animal spirit and see what they want to add to this. Fox. Extremely smart. Clever. Sometimes mischievous, sometimes a little sneaky, but strategic. I'm getting strategy. Strategy. The unicorn. Wow. This is your third eye. So you're somebody that's not only you have a claircognizant and probably telepathy abilities, but you see very clearly with your third eye. It can also be represented in dream states as well as when you meditate. Your connection to spirit, possibly about what you're here to. I'm getting the word rebuild. There's going to be restoration and rebuilding, especially from the people who are very the people that answer the knock. No matter how many times it had to knock, doesn't mean that we're completely perfect people, but everybody got a knock. Is what I'm getting, is that everybody got a knock. Not everybody answered the door. But you did. No more time for pausing. Time for striking back. Or defending yourself, protecting yourself. The pause is over. Some kind of pause is over. You claircognizant or clairvoyant, claircognizant with this card, but clairvoyance with this card, but like the wise owl, right? The wise owl sees things clearly. And whenever it goes somewhere, especially if it's hunting, you're not going to be able to hear it. So those things that make it look so cute, those little fluffy feathers, are also the things that mute the sound when it flies. This is a time where you're going to have to really stand up in the darkness, in dark times with the Panther. This is navigating the dark without fear. No fear. And perhaps you've been through a lot. And something about that screams spiritual boot camp to me, preparing you for this, this time, this. Oh, you are that high priestess energy, the tiger. I get high priestess, I get fiery action mixed with this divine feminine. It is the divine feminine energy of the Leo, Aries, Sag, but this is like, whoa, you know. These are, a lot of these are hunters, aren't they? And the cheetah. So they're wanting to add that something is manifesting quite fast right now. Something is about to speed up. Usually the cheetah talks about your own manifestations speeding up. That would be good news for all of us, right? But I think it is something to do also mainly about this, picking up this telepathy, the claircognizant, the strategies, the knowledge, all of those like spiritual things speeding up. And this is a very strong force to deal with. Hopefully this is you and me. This buffalo. Hopefully it is, because it means manifesting abundance, but abundance for all. The lightning strike. Not to mention the buffalo's sheer size, the energy, the groundedness that the presence that it must have when it enters the scene. And the panther wants to come out, tell you to be fearless, to tell you that you do have a power in the dark. This is something about reclaiming your power. Reclaiming your power. Okay. Let's end this with an angel number message like I usually do. Seven says, you possess a very refined mind and an urge to uncover life mysteries. Your ability to acquire vast knowledge on both informational and spiritual planes gives you a greater awareness than most. Definitely who I'm talking to. 7. And then 000, you're one with the Creator. No limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible here in your lifetime on Earth. I'm a creator. 37 might be significant. The number 37. I have heard that people tend to pick the number 37. Like when they're asked, pick something from 0 to 100. Like you would think it would be totally random, right? Just going up. But look, check out the channel Veritas. I think it's called Veritas, where they do a study on this whole weird stuff with the number 37. 3 says expression comes naturally to you. You're very skilled at communicating through conversation and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. I'm charismatic. And then 0, there is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It is time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. And with this number appearing like, and the way that it did in my head just then, it's also about creating and being very connected to those who are already very connected with their own heart space. So, yeah. All right. So that's what I have. I'm sending you love and light. Bye.